right into it. So PK and Dorit just purchased a new home in Los Angeles because it ain't Beverly Hills. But what I wanted to know is bought a new term, like a new English term for leasing? Does it mean something different here in the States? Because I'm just like, you bought a home. Really? Not with that Bravo check. I'm sorry, that was the spirit of Sutton trying to take over me. But all jokes aside, it is a really, really nice home. I'm glad that they downsized and are living in a more pedestrian neighborhood. Sutton, get off me. The producers really listened to us about this cast and some of the notes that we gave them. But I'm just like, y'all going hard on them notes because we did want them to tell us about, you know, the financial issues, just the real things going on with these people, because we don't want to find out about it in the blogs and the gossip magazines or whatever. But I feel like they are going hard on Dorit and PK. Like, they are really making them look like scammers. Which, you know, word on the street is they are, but I'm like, ooh, this is what, episode 2? And y'all are letting us know that these two are not what they seem. Especially PK, who is now hiding out and everything is in Dorit's name. Dorit, let me tell you something. You better meet up with some ex-wives of wise guys and you better find out the real tea, because baby, when you put all that stuff in your name, just because you didn't do anything, don't mean the government ain't coming to seize it. Girl, stay woke. Stay woke. The government will take your kids' inheritance if you play with them. You better stay woke, sis. Stay woke. Let's get into the Haitian queen herself, Garcelle. I love her new home. I think it's beautiful. I'm glad that she moved into something that she feels like is hers and that doesn't, you know, have that stench of the past for her. Because that's what she said. She said she wanted to move into this home and have it be hers and have it be new and fresh and start anew. I think that's great. Right? No shade to the Haitian queen, but baby, you moved from interstate. Because this home was on some land with great views, and then you moved to a really nice row house in a really nice neighborhood. It looked really nice, but I'm just like, when your kids were looking out at their property, you didn't see anything but the Los Angeles skyline. Now when they look out, they look into their neighbor's bedroom like, ma'am, you got to upgrade. I'm glad that you got this on your own. But I think that she still could have slayed in a nice high-rise condo. I like Teddy. I am no Sutton. I like her, right? But if Ali Landry were to come on the show, I would love for her to come on and take Teddy's spot. No shade, but Teddy is, I think she's just way too sensitive for what this show entails. Let's talk about Miss Money, also known as Sutton, in this store opening. She like kept on telling everybody that everything that she was wearing was couture. And again, just because it's couture doesn't mean that it looks good and that it looks good on you. Sutton continuously sets herself up for the shade. It's like you give people a platform to just shade the mess out of you. Like, you have to be aware of the things that you are saying that are pretentious and pompous and classes and just plain ignorant. I feel like she doesn't know, but I'm thinking, you lay it on so thick, mama, you should know. But she lays it on so thick that she looks like a fraud. And I feel like because Lisa Rinna is always talking about how rich she is in her confessionals, and the show keeps on talking about how much money Sutton has, and then when Sutton sits down with the ladies, she acts real high society and talks about all the things that she has. And I'm like, Sutton, I think you're protesting too much, right? Now, either she's protesting too much or this show is giving us too much of Sutton and her, you know, being Miss Money. And when the show starts to do that, as somebody who has been watching these messy housewife shows from the beginning, since I was a child, and I'm just like, I should not have been watching these shows like this. But it is what it is. Latchkey kid. So I have, you know, been watching these shows since the beginning, and I'm thinking this show is setting us up for Sutton to have a really big fall. I feel like this show is setting Sutton up to get exposed. Just makes sense because that's her whole storyline and she talks about it all the time. And Lisa Rinna, I love her for this show because she's messy. She consistently talks about how much money Sutton has. Something going on there, guys. Something is going on there because Lisa Rinna keeps on volunteering this information. Every confessional, even if it's not about Sutton, she lets us know that Sutton has money. What you doing, Lisa? Because up to this moment, nobody knows how much money this woman is worth. And the only thing that we have is that she's worth $2 million. Something is going on with Sutton. I feel like this show is about to expose her, and these shows are messy, guys. These shows are messy. Sutton gonna get exposed. Oh, girl. Even though you get on my nerves, I don't want that for you, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, poor Teddy. So at Sutton's store opening, Teddy starts to talk to the women about her, whatever this is, lifestyle retreat that she's doing. And none of the ladies want to come, right? So they're all trying to get out of it. And Teddy realizes that. And because Teddy is uber sensitive, instead of saying that she really wants the ladies to come, she then says, oh no, I don't care if you guys come or not. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. Teddy is obviously lying. We know her enough to know that she is really sensitive and she wants everybody to come and she wants everybody to kumbaya. And she honestly wants everybody to be there because she wants to, put her celebrity friends on, her website about her retreat, and also have a really long ad for her lifestyle retreat by way of this show. So she wants them to come. But because she's sensing and hearing that the ladies don't want to come, in her feelings, she says that she doesn't care if they come or not. What I was not expecting was the Haitian queen herself, Miss Garcelle Bouvier, to be like, oh, great, because I really didn't want to come in the first place. I was like, Garcelle, Garcelle, she does not mean that. Everybody else was faking like they wanted to come, but Garcelle, she dropped the facade right away. She was just like, oh, I didn't want to come anyway, so thank you for releasing me. Poor Teddy, she cried all the way to that, scamming mansion that she lives in. I'm telling you, there's a story there. I'm gonna let it go, but there's a story there. Now let's get into the current episode. Kyle, I did not for 1 second think that she was going to leave that home. That home was $6 million. I don't know if they paid for it up front. Honestly, I would not want to have a mortgage, especially if I have that much money. But because this is Los Angeles, I would probably have a mortgage on this home because you can flip it, live in it for a while, and then, sell it for an even greater coin than what you, put down so far or invested into it. So if she has a mortgage, I totally understand. Don't think, that she ain't making no money or nothing like that. But I think they probably put down a substantial amount of money into this home that is currently worth $6 million. If I were robbed in this home, I don't think I would have moved. Years ago, my home was burglarized, and shortly thereafter, I moved, right? But I was a renter, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't paying a mortgage, or I didn't pay for this home or invest in this home and rebuild it and all of these things. So they have invested a lot into that home. So I don't think that she doesn't have it, the coin to move, that's why she's not moving. This was a great investment. This was a home for her family, a customized home for her family. So I get her being away and feeling like she needed that time to just get out of that home for a minute, because when your home is burglarized, it's like a violation. Let me tell you something. I couldn't even sleep in my home after that. She just don't feel safe anymore. And I just didn't feel comfortable, but I was renting and I could move. I think if I would have paid or invested into my home, I would have stayed and just tried to make it work. So it's probably going to take her a while to shake that uneasiness and that violation off. But I think after a while, her and her family will settle in and it will feel like home again. Child, we got another episode where Mauricio and Kyle are just volunteering this information that this man is high and drunk all the time. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with that, right? He grown, you know what I mean? But Mauricio, in all the scenes that he has been in thus far, I'm telling you guys, you have to watch how this show edits things down. Every scene that we have received with Mauricio in it, he has been drunk and high, and Kyle has mentioned it. I don't know if that's going to become a storyline. I don't know if it's going to be talked about that he started doing this when he started having business problems. I don't know, but I'm telling you, when they keep on volunteering information or stating something in a scene, it is not because they are just giving you something just to, piss away the time. When it's obvious that they're pissing away the time and they just need to stretch an episode, you start seeing stuff with kids. That's the only time. When them children pop up, they need to stretch a scene. But when they start volunteering information that they never volunteered before, and you see a cast member who came on this show so different, and up until one episode last season was never viewed this way, something is going on. That's the same thing that I feel about Sutton. They keep on telling us that this woman got money. And now we got Mauricio. They keep on telling us that this man is drunk and high most of the day. Something is going on with that. If it doesn't come out at the end of the season, may come up at the reunion, but something is going on with now this overview of Mauricio, the party boy. Listen, are we about to go there, Beverly Hills? Are we about to go there? Child, who is this new executive producer? Because baby, y'all are giving it. Now let's get into this dinner party from hell. First of all, Denise, you can barely walk. 1, why are you in heels? And 2, why are you here? 2, 3, why are you here? Like, if you're in that much pain, you can miss this scene. Did they tell you that you couldn't miss a scene? Like, what is going on? Because Denise can barely walk and she's ouch. Girl, you're about to be in a tense situation because you know it's all of the ladies, so it's never a good time. Somebody is going to get into it. You're healing up from a big surgery. Stay home. You did not have to be here. Or is that new EP putting a gun to all of your head and it's just like, baby, you might not come to the scene if you want to. You won't finish out the season. Is that what's happening here? Is this new EP getting y'all all in check? He not playing with the girls. And we love him for it. We love him or her for it, or the team, whatever this is. Y'all are giving us a great season because so far I have not been disappointed. Normally with Beverly Hills, it's always just boring straight off the bat until like the last episode. Then they give us something. But these girls are coming in hot and I am thoroughly impressed. So everybody is starting to arrive to Kyle's dinner party and the ladies are just being ladies. When one of them walks into a room and they see the outfit, they're like, oh my goodness, wow. Sutton walks in. Crickets, as it should be. Because Sutton, who cannot wait to tell us about her outfit, she arrives looking like a Precious Moments drag queen. I was like, what is this? What is this? If you are this fashion girl, how do you not know how to dress for your body? How do you not know that couture is not dinnerwear party? Like, what are you doing? What are you? You're not Anna Wintour, and even Anna Wintour wears ready to wear. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's just like, oh, I'm gonna wear couture to this dinner party. Girl, that outfit looked like some arts and craft project that you do at a federal prison. Sit down. But I love how my girl, Miss Erica Jane, clocked her. She was just like, oh my goodness, couture, please. Like, Erica knows that Sutton is a fraud. That's what I'm getting from her. She may be worth money, right? But I'm getting that she is not. This is the thing. Sutton tries to act like she's pedigree. That's what it is. Mama, you are no Nikki Hilton Rothschild, okay? Every time I see that name, I'm like, yes, sis, word. That's not who you are. You're not a Mortimer, you know what I mean? You're not a Rockefeller. You are a Sutton Strand. Who? Sit down. She always acts like she has arrived and nobody cares because everybody in that room is clocking you. You're in a room with people who got money and prestige. The only person who is hyping you up is Lisa Rinna, but I can't trust it because she's messy and she's always producing scenes. So I can't believe that you are that girl because you have shown me that you are not that fashion girl. I will say this, you be reading in them confessionals. Now I will give her that. She reads these ladies down, never to their face. Oh, except for Teddy. We'll get into that. So as Rinna, the only one going up for Sutton's couture outfit, she's talking about her girl Sutton and all the money that she has. And then she starts talking about the gift bags because in the gift bags for her store opening, all of the ladies received a purse. And the purse was actually $19 or almost $2,000. And Rinna's like, oh my goodness, she gifted each and every one of us a $2,000 purse. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, Rinna, you doing too much. I can't trust it. You're doing too much. But I do want to say this, right? You're not going to get nothing over on me. Let me tell you something. If I didn't live in LA, I'd be like, oh, okay, so mama got a coin. However, I've lived in this city long enough to know that everybody is frauding. You know what I mean? A lot of people here, you see them in a huge luxury home. They're in a luxury car. They have luxury garments all over them. And the wealthy people actually dress like skateboarders. You know what I mean? Like, those be the ones that got money, right? I said all that to say, 95% of the people in LA who look like they got it are actually leasing it or borrowing it or getting it sponsored. So I'm like, did Sutton personally pay for all those purses, or were those purses sponsored? And did she only put those purses in the gift bags of the ladies? See, I need some more details. I need to know, did everybody at that store opening get a $2,000 purse? Did the mayor of West Hollywood walk out with a $2,000 purse? I need to know that. What's making me think that this purse was a sponsored ad was because the way Lisa Rinna was talking about it, and then magically the purse appeared, she modeled it, talked about how amazing it was, and then Bravo put a graphic up for the purse. It was sponsored, guys. It was sponsored. It didn't fit and it looked like an ad to me. I think those purses were sponsored. Still, not saying that Sutton don't got the coin, but something is fishy about mama's finances. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. We already know that she is not pedigree. We already know that she's frauding, acting like she's just upper crust. But I'm getting scammer from you, Sutton. I'm getting scammer. And I feel like Rinna knows it. I feel like Rinna knows that this woman is a scammer, and she is just leading us down the path to a big explosion. Girl, you better go ahead and produce. You better go ahead, Rinna. That's why you got that crown. Justin has upgraded from being Cal's Manny to actually being her friend. Okay, King, you better work. No longer are you the help. You are now a friend. Get your coin, brother. Get your coin. And I feel like he got a lot of screen time this episode because Bravo wanted to show diversity. Oh, we finally got a black woman on this cast. Now let's get the reaction of another black in the room. Justin has been in the room. He barely got camera time. He was all over that dinner scene. So this dinner party is really sweet and it's really fun, but somebody gotta mess it up and bring in the pain and the drama. Enter Sutton, the couture clown. So everybody is going around giving words, talking about their first impression of someone. Rinna brought this game up. That's why she got the crown. So they're all giving their first impressions and what they think of the person now. Everybody was really kind. Erica Jane kind of scared me a bit when she was talking about Dorit. Listen, she my girl, but that was shade. I don't care what nobody say. Erica shaded Dorit in the beginning. Dorit, when I first met you, I just was like, I don't understand anything that this girl is saying. She was shading her accent, her faux British accent. That's what was happening. But she brought it around and it was really sweet. And then we get to Sutton, who already has prepared us in her confessional that she is about to drag Teddy. Because in her confessional, she's just like, all the girls are going around being really fake, really nice. And I'm just like, none of this is true. So I just have to be honest. To Teddy, of all people. Honey, you're going for low-hanging fruit. It's real easy to come for Teddy because she won't come after you. But you will never go after Erica Jane because she will read you for filth and embarrass you because Erica Jane sees her. That's what it is. Erica Jane knows exactly who Sutton is. So Sutton won't bother her. She won't rock her boat, but she'll come for Teddy because she knows the girl is sensitive and that she's going to fall apart and give her the scene that she wants. I guarantee you guys, I honestly believe that if Sutton was sitting next to Erica Jane, she would have never said that. But she says to Teddy, oh, when I first met you, I thought you were boring. And then when I found out you were pregnant, oh my God. Okay, I'm not even as sensitive as Teddy. And that was really rude. It was really rude to say that also in front of people. You just embarrassed her. And it was like, Sutton comes off like she has all this money, right? Like she is somebody who is just so high society. Lisa Rinna mentioned it because Sutton came in and she was just like, oh my goodness, I don't see a name cards and I just don't feel comfortable. Where am I sitting? Girl, what? Sit down. It's a dinner party. So Rinna is just like, Sutton is acting like this with the seating arrangements because she sits on the board of the ballet and mocha and all this stuff. Girl, bye. Does she sit on the board of Alvin Ailey? Okay. Keep your ballet. Give me some Alvin Ailey. Yes. That Alvin Ailey pose. Bam. Give me some Alvin Ailey. Get out of here with that, right? So Rinna's talking about all the boards she sit on. So she's, you know, high society and she's so elite and all of this stuff. If you are such this elite girl, right? Why are you slumming it on reality TV shows? You're not even a cast member. You're a friend of. You're not even holding a diamond, and you're coming at this broad. Say what you want about Teddy, but she's holding a diamond, mama. You holding the door. That's what you're doing. So you're coming at this girl. You're trying to tear down a main cast member. Friends of the show, unless you are a Marlo, this will never work for you. You can never come for main cast members because at the end of the day, they will all rock with each other before they rock with a friend of the show. I don't know how Marlo did it, but she has been able to come after everybody on that cast and still come back as a friend. Mama is a magician because that never happened. She is the only friend of the show who has come after cast members and has remained a friend of the show. Bravo looks out for her because even when she was beefing with Nene, they still brought her back on. So she's a valuable asset. But Sutton, you're a friend of the show. That is all you are. And you are coming after people. You say what you want about Teddy. She's sensitive and all this stuff, and she takes things to heart. She said that she didn't care if the ladies came. That hurt your feelings. Nobody cares about your feelings. You are a friend of the show. We love that you are bringing in the drama. I'm just trying to tell you, just use a bit of wisdom. You coming in too hot for main cast members. Start some mess with other friends of the show. Don't come after main cast members because you can come after Teddy, right? Let her do all that crying and start boo-hooing to these women over FaceTime. They will band together and tell the show, we don't want her back. Even your friend Lisa Rinna, who is more loyal to a paycheck than she is to your finances. So anyway, high society Sutton, who doesn't know that it's extremely rude to tear somebody down like this, not only to their face, but in company. So Miss Manners, Miss Money, doesn't know that this is rude. Teddy, who is pregnant, is extra sensitive. So she takes what Sutton says about her and, she digests it because that's Teddy. That is Teddy. She starts thinking about it. Then she starts crying and then it just becomes this big thing. And Sutton is shocked. Ma'am, why are you shocked? You told a pregnant woman to her face that she was boring and you rolled your eyes at the fact that she was pregnant. Like, what are you doing? You knew it was rude. So this is why I'm just like, I think she's frauding because if you are a high society person, you were coming at Garcelle for, talking about sex at the dinner table. That's not dinner table talk. But you don't know that telling Teddy, after you've seen everybody give kind words, you don't know that saying, oh, I thought you were boring and oh God, you're pregnant. You didn't think that that was rude, Miss High Society? Really? You frauding Sutton. So anyway, Teddy starts falling apart. She, gets up. She's pregnant. She's trotting. She's crying. And she's running. And, other cast members attend to her. Not her husband. I was like, well, damn, how good is that salad? Because he would not leave that salad. He tore that salad up. Looking at his wife crying, he was just like, I'm like, your wife is falling apart. Could you leave this Caesar salad for 10 seconds to go comfort your wife? So Teddy finally gets herself back together. She's at the table. And then we move on to Denise. And then after the ladies are giving words of affirmation, I will say this, right? Mauricio was drunk and high this entire dinner party. I mean, he was a mess. Good TV, but he was a mess. He was laughing at something like wasn't funny. You know what I mean? People are crying and he's like, nah. I'm like, Mauricio, if you don't put down that Hennessy and weed, laced with angel dust, like calm down, Mauricio. You doing a lot, brother. So we get to the men. Mauricio is just laughing at any and everything. And he's obviously, high and on some kind of substance. Who else is high and on some kind of substance? Denise's husband. Sir, what? What are you talking about? Like, what? I think that he would have made sense if he wasn't intoxicated. Because we've seen him. We've seen Mr. Anaconda because, baby, child, every time he wears on sweatpants. So we know how he speaks. So I was just like, how long was this dinner? What were y'all giving these people? Because he was clearly intoxicated. And then he starts talking about something something that makes Denise uncomfortable, and she tells him to like quiet down, and then Justin is like, are you concerned because Big Pharma? And then Denise is like, yes, I'm concerned because people are following us. And then we get like a shot of her, you know, looking out the car, and she's just like, oh my goodness, that's that car, that familiar car, it's still following us. And I'm like, are you sure that Big Pharma is following you and not Charlie Sheen? Because your ex is not well, mama. Your ex is not well. So is it Charlie or is it Big Pharma? Either way, I wouldn't mess with neither one of them. So shut your man down. She finally, you know, shut him down. And that made me wonder, when she tells him to stop talking, is that clip, because you know how Bravo uses clips and makes you think that it's about one thing when it's really not, is that clip where she's walking out of Rinna's home or whatever, somebody's home, and Rinna is chasing her, and she's telling her husband, they're filming you, don't talk. Is that clip about, you know, something he's talking about, like Big Pharma or something like that? Is it about that? Or is it about lesbian gate? Who knows? But she shuts him down, and, you know, eventually the dinner party has to come to an end, I think. Did it come to an end? Yeah, it did come to an end. And then everybody started to get drunk off the fireball that Miss Money brought. Really? You didn't bring any aged Pinot Grigio? You can tell I'm broke because I don't even know if that's worth something. Is Pinot Grigio expensive? Whatever, you know, a wealthy wine. You didn't bring that. You brought some fireballs that people use at fraternity parties. Girl, bye. Sutton, you're scamming. I think if Sutton would have came in like Erica Jane, she would have been better received. I think she's working really hard to get a diamond on this show. So I think she's coming in hot. She's coming in really aggressive, and she's coming in really fake because she wants to get a spot on the show. I think if Sutton had a secured spot on the show with a diamond and not a friend of, I think we would have got a different side of her. Because she's trying to remain relevant, I feel like she's coming in with all of this, you know, fakeness. Because even when she invited Kyle over to her home, she just seemed very different. And I think Sutton just turns it up when she's with the group of women because she wants to stand out. But she seemed like, not kind, because I don't get that from Sutton, but she seemed tolerable. When she's in the scene with all the women, you can't really tolerate her. And again, I'm not saying I don't want her on the show. I think she's good TV, but I think she's putting on too much, and she's coming after people on this show who matter, you know, and I don't think that she's going at it the right way. She's coming in hot. She's coming in real, you know, she's giving me scammer and fraud tease. That's what she's giving me, because even her home, I'm just like, this is your home. Not saying that it's not nice, right? But the way she comes off, I just thought that she would be, you know, living in, what was that huge $18 million house that Mauricio was trying to sell? And then that house, remember, I think it was the last season that Vanderpump was on, which was last season, right? Yeah, the last season that Vanderpump was on, and they all met at this huge $18 million mansion that Mauricio was selling. And then Kyle was just like, I would love for us to buy it. And he was looking at her like, girl, we ain't got that kind of money. He had some drama with the investors about that. So I don't know if that's going to come out this season. But I was expecting Sutton to live in something like that. Not this, you know, very Spiegel catalog kind of home. Ain't nothing wrong with Spiegel, right? Because Sutton definitely gives me Spiegel. But I'm thinking that you're in like the Art Decor magazine. You're in the Beverly Hills magazine. You give Spiegel, sis. You give Spiegel, but you talk like Vogue. It's not matching up. It is not matching up. The Sutton that we saw in this scene with Kyle, this is who she should have been. Because she still gave, you know, snobbish, high society. But like I said, she was tolerable. Even though this wealthy woman was serving Kyle, you know, a fruit tray from Gelson's. I know a Gelson's fruit tray when I see it. Gelson's. I'm like, you frauding, Sutton. You frauding. So that's all I wanted to talk about in this episode. Although I didn't think that a lot happened, because it didn't really get juicy until the dinner scene, but it was still a good episode. I like this show. I'm here for it. I think they got a really good team this season. This team is doing this show well. The same for New York. I'm about to do that review. The same for them as well. I think they got a great team over there. But Beverly Hills, there is a huge difference. And whoever is the team for this show, Atlanta needs them. Atlanta needs them badly. New Jersey needs them badly. OC needs them badly. I don't even know if Dallas is coming back. Bravo, how did you not expect racism to be a part of that storyline? The Real Housewives of Dallas, boy, bye. Like, Andy was so shocked that one of them was actually racist out loud. It's Dallas, bro. Anyway, I think that this team is really strong for Beverly Hills, so kudos to them. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you probably early next week, because I don't think I have anything, nothing planned. I'm quarantined, but this week I was working on, some submissions for some things, so kind of pushed my schedule back. But next week, I think I'm pretty open. So yeah, if I'm open, I'll just do the review right after I watch it, instead of waiting for another housewife show, because what I do is I review Beverly Hills and New York together. But if I got the time, I'll just do it right after, so you guys, won't be waiting 2 or 3 days for content on Nikki Star TV. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.